Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the Yeti Tundra 65 cooler. This is in the tan color right here, as we can see. And we'll give you a couple examples of what you can fit in this, but we'll show you the basic features of it here. First and foremost, you have your little handles here. This is nylon rope that goes up into the cooler with a kind of a rubberized little handle right here, as we can see. Got a little 65 logo right here. And then this is your beautiful seal that seals it all the way around. And that's what's gonna give you the beautiful continuation of chili factor and not melting your ice too quickly. We've got a big Yeti logo right there. Another handle on this particular side here, and then with your drain plug right here, as we can see. You do have your Yeti logo right here, right on the front side of it. Here is the back of it, and the reason I went with the 65 was because I went into a store that had all the Yetis, and then here's the top here. I went into a store that had all the Yetis, and I realized that for groceries, after Costco, camping trips, fishing trips, a 45 is gonna fill up pretty quickly. Now, I personally like the size of the 45. This one is a little bit larger, but for personal transport, like if I had a small car, I'd say probably the 45 would be a better go around. This one's definitely gonna put some space in whatever car you do put it in. It just gives you better options for your frozen food, van life, etc. Now, it does come with a little, I'm gonna call it a grate here. And the grate just slips into the top of it here. And then you could put whatever you want up there, maybe a couple little pints of ice cream, you name it, right on top. And then you get your Tundra owner's kit right here. Inside, you're gonna have your typical Yeti sticker that comes with Yeti coffee mugs. You get a Yeti cooler sticker, which is really cool. And register your Yeti. And then just some cleaning instructions, look it over, and register your Tundra cooler. On the top of it here, in the top left corner, you do have a Yeti symbol right there. You caught that, and then here are your little handles. These are super rubberized, and I'm hoping that these last a very long, nice duration. But anyway, what this does is this little ball clips underneath this little hook right here, just like that, and it's latched on that side, and latched on that side right there, and that compresses down that seal. And I'll be taking this to Thanksgiving today, so we're gonna be putting the Martinellis in there with some ice. We're gonna be putting in the cranberry sauce, the spinach dip, all of our cold items there to keep nice and chilly. Overall, it's well built. Obviously a very pricey little sucker, but they do know the products they make. They know how well they are. After drinking from a Yeti coffee cup and tea, I have never gone back to a regular glass mug, even though I loved glass mugs, just because Yeti coffee cups keep the coffee so hot, and I'm expecting big things from this cooler as well. Alrighty, folks, let's take a look at the Yeti and see what we have accomplished. Alrighty, so this is what it looks like the day after. It hasn't quite been 24 hours since I put the ice in it. That was a 7-pound bag of ice. As you can see here, there is water in the Yeti, but it was inside of a pretty warm house with the heat on, as well as my house, but there are some chunks of ice. It is nice and chilly water, and I got my Martinellis right here, which I will bring out and put that in the refrigerator. I'm not sure if that's supposed to warm back up to room temperature or not, or if you're supposed to keep that cold, but regardless, did a great job. Those are nice and freezing right now as well, so you could just pull that out and drink out of it. Now, I did pull out some of my other Thanksgiving items that I took over to the friend's house for Friendsgiving, but overall the Yeti did an absolutely fantastic job. You can actually hear it seal when you do latch it down, and this is a nice little rack as well, which obviously if you don't want that, you can just take that out. Super simple, but the reason I got this is it's a little over the top, but after Costco, I live about 30-40 minutes away from Costco, and so this is going to keep my frozen food nice and temperature controlled while I mosey around town, because I live in the country, and if I go into the city, sometimes I do a lot of errands and I don't want my groceries, obviously, to unfreeze, blueberries, etc. So again, a little over the top. And also on the bottom, there are padded little feet all the way around on all four sides, as well as your big Yeti logo, which is hidden underneath it. You never really see it, but it is there on the bottom as well. Definitely overkill, but this is the reason why I bought the Yeti 65, is because if I'm doing shopping for my folks as well as myself, we got chicken, I got 4 bags of blueberries in there, I got a spinach, I got some nice little sliced grass fed beef sirloin, I got some organic squash and zucchini over in this corner here. Avocados don't really need to be in the cooler and not have to worry about my chicken or frozen berries going bad on me. Again, definitely overkill, but nice to have nonetheless. Glad I did pick up the 65. At first, I thought it was a little bit overkill with regarding the size. I thought maybe the 45 would be a little bit better, but this 65 definitely is turning out to be a really nice size. Again, a little large for a single cab truck. That's why I was thinking about the 45 instead of the 65, but stacking these groceries in here, glad I went with the 65. Alrighty folks, let me show you a really cool feature of the Yeti. Now, obviously for ice in there as well, but I just went shopping at Costco, and it's been about at least 2.5 hours since I left Costco, and this is why I bought the Yeti, specifically for this. Chicken, beautifully cold. Milk actually was picked up like maybe an hour ago at a different location. I got butter in here, squash as well, and I unloaded a couple things already. I had 2 more bags of berries in here as well, and those are not like crazy frozen, but they are not melted either. And that again is like 2.5 hours afterwards. So like if I squish the berry, it would squish like slowly, but still cold. It's not mushy and nasty. And that gives me time to do other errands as well. Does a great job. And that rack was really nice to have the chicken above the berries so nothing's getting smashed, or I could put my squash and zucchini up there if I wanted to do that instead so that they don't get smashed. My grass-fed beef is nice and chilly still. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And if you are in between the Yeti 65 and the 45, that's why I particularly went with the Yeti 65, especially for Costco shopping, because I knew with berries, cartons of milk, spinach containers, and so with this size, it's gonna be beautiful for those shopping trips. Now at first, I was like, man, this thing is a little bit larger than I would have liked it to be. That's why I really wanted the Yeti 45, but I realized the Yeti 45, especially for particularly what I'm using it for Costco shopping trips, or if you're going to be doing van life or camping, it fills up way too fast, especially with fresh fruit, frozen food, orange juice, whatever, just larger containers, where this one is definitely a great fit. So what I did is before I bought it, I literally put it side by side next to the 45, and I realized that the 65 is going to suit my needs a lot better. Now, I actually was driving around today in a single cab truck, so it does take up most of the room in the single cab truck, but this would be perfect for the back of your SUV, in the back seat of your car. It would even fit in a deeper trunk, probably even like a Toyota Camry Corolla trunk. To be honest with you, those trunks are pretty deep these days, but that's why I chose this, so hopefully that will help you with your decision as well. Yeti makes excellent products. Like I said, I highly recommend their coffee mugs, tea mugs, and I appreciate your time. Thank you guys for watching. If you wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up button on the way out, helps the channel. Also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this, tech reviews, DIY house projects, and more. My name's Chris. We'll see you on the next one.